Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out today. In a moment, I will be taking the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, but our mission here today is twofold. Not only did we want to draw attention to ALS and accept the challenge, we wanted to talk about the Hall Manor pool. This is a pool that has been closed for several years due to severe maintenance issues. When we took office, we worked very closely together. I'm joined here by our city engineer, Wayne Martin, Director of Public Works, Aaron Johnson. We have Cherise from the Public Works Department, we have Carl Singleton, and we have Councilwoman President Wanda Williams. We all got together and we talked about the importance of fixing this pool, what it meant for the community, what it meant for public safety. The chief was a part of those conversations. We knew we had a lot of work to do, and to tell you a little bit about what we accomplished, I'm going to let engineer Wayne Martin discuss what was done here. But it wouldn't have been done without the cooperation of City Council. We came to City Council, we identified some funds in our CDBG budget that we could reallocate to do the pool repair, and we had universal agreement that this was a priority that would benefit the city. So I want to thank City Council, Councilwoman President Williams. But Wayne, why don't you walk us through what we did so we got to this point, how we got to this point here today.
Okay, great. So when we took over the pool, the new administration, we knew that there was a history of leaks in the pool. So the first process was to drain the pool, to acid wash it, clean it, repair the deck, the shell of the pool, cut open areas where we knew there was leaks, and then the leak detection and leak repair was an iterative process. We did put this out for bids, at least the shell and deck repair. No bids were received, but in order to keep the costs down, we were able to negotiate a good price for those repairs below actually the bid threshold that we're required to do. The total cost of all repairs is in the $30,000 range. Like I said, some of the stuff was time and materials because it was an iterative process. 10 leaks were discovered, including one to the main pipe, and all those repaired, and here we are.
And explain why we had to fill it with water.
Oh, right. So in order to test for leaks and to repair those leaks, we had to fill it with water. So we didn't spend any money we didn't have to do. It's unfortunate we couldn't get it done in time to open it for the community,
but we tried and we pushed. And actually, it's a beautiful day today, but it has been chilly and colder.
I'm told the water's 62.5.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds nice and cold.
Yeah, 62. That's good.
Aaron, would you like to talk a little bit about the impact you think the pool will make for next year?
Well, I just like to say, being raised out here in South Harrisburg, 47 Ivy Lane, also lived in 11A Hall Manor, pool always was a big thing. I was sitting there talking to one of my friends over, my classmate, and we just reflecting about pool looks a lot smaller now, I guess because we bigger and everything, but this was a high point out here in South Harrisburg. Unfortunately, the kids didn't get an opportunity to actually utilize the pool, but the one good thing about it, we got it back up and running, and next summer, the spring roll around, we will definitely have this pool open and ready to go for the kids. So again, they utilized the Jackson Lake pool, but we did something that they didn't think they was going to be able to do, but we done it. We at this point now, and it's a great thing.
I think it's important to note that's fantastic. There is still more work to be done though, quite a lot of work. Wayne, you want to talk about that, and then I'll make a pitch for how people can help.
Okay. Take a look at the bathhouse. Obviously it needs a roof, right? There's some maintenance and some upgrading necessary for the bathhouse to have the $1 million. I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar facility, right? So we want it to look like a multi-million-dollar facility. So there's some upgrades to the bathhouse. We have a pump that's working now, but it's not going to last very long. It's not going to last through next summer, that's for sure. So we have the pump, the main pump needs to be replaced. The kids' pool, there's a pump in that pit next to the wading pool that we'll have to replace as well. There's some tables and chairs and umbrellas and lifeguard towers that all should be upgraded. So there's definitely some opportunities for contributions, donations.
And we're asking for the community's help to help us with that. We do have the money set aside to get the pumps done and to do that, but in terms of the extra work, the maintenance work, get some tables and umbrellas and new diving boards and all of that, the community should feel free to consider a donation. If they contact City Hall, we've got a list of needs, and we can match those needs with the community's ability to donate. So I wanted to make that pledge here today. Regardless of the donations, we will be opening next year. We'll be able to staff both pools appropriately, and I think that's a real tribute to a lot of hard work of many different individuals.
Are you going to sell hot dogs?
Maybe, and we'll certainly have a party to properly do it.
Yeah, we want to.
Now, switching gears for a moment, we want to talk about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. It was not too long ago that I watched. I have two inspirational models for this pool plunge, by the way. One is Mr. Dave Botero, our community policing coordinator, who, when we went to the Jackson Lick pool this summer, let the kids push him in. I was very impressed, in full coat and tie. The other is William Donald Schaefer, Mayor of Baltimore, where I grew up, who, in order to drive home the point that we had cleaned up the inner harbor and it was safe to swim in, dove right in. And I thought both of those were appropriate, and this was an opportunity to drive home the point that we had done something great to fix up the pool. I was challenged, as you know, by Mr. Ron Chappell, actually challenged by a few other people as well. I made a donation, as I was supposed to do, right away to delay and give us some time, but I wanted to coordinate the actual Ice Bucket Challenge with the opening of this pool. So we are going to dump the ice bucket, and then we will jump into the pool. After I get out of the pool, I'm going to officially levy my challenge for the various media personalities that I put on notice via Twitter. Carl, you want to talk about what this means to you and why you're doing this with me?
Sure. As part of the administration and part of this environment in this south side of Harrisburg, this was one of the pleasantries that I had as a young person. So along with City Council and the administration and Sharice Gray or Mrs. Gray are down here on the end, this is where we got our beginning, working for Parks and Rec. You know, here collecting money, becoming a lifeguard, and then being promoted to lifeguard at Jackson Lick, we'll say. So this is like coming full circle. And so one of those things that I always like to reiterate is, to whom much is given, much is required. And I've been extremely blessed to be put in the position that I'm in, but it's a larger position to serve more people. And so in that service, we thought it not robbery to come back to the communities that's oftentimes forgotten through the years past, we'd say. And it's just a heartfelt thing to be able to be a part of, from a youngster to now with Gray. And not only the pool in itself, but such a worthy cause of the ALS that we've all become familiarized over the last, we'll say, like 6 months in particular. It struck me, you know, as heartfelt when one of my former parents, when I was the administrator at Sylvan Knight Science Charter School, was diagnosed with this challenge. We won't call it a disease, or with this opportunity to fight, we'll say, Mr. Gary Gaston. So I've been called out by many people, and I've sort of kind of avoided the challenge. But here today, Mr. Gaston, who's a great Cowboys fan along with me, we're going to take this challenge. And I'd just like to thank, of course, those of you who are here in support of ALS, and also the south side of Harrisburg, in our community at large, for taking time out of your busy schedule today to come out here and say this is yet another positive thing that's going on here in the city of Harrisburg. So thank you.
And the ALS Association has, as of this morning, I think, raised officially over $113 million with this challenge, which is really extraordinary. And it shows you the power of social media and the power of people when they come together. If we all come together and put our minds behind certain things, the amazing amounts of money we can raise and the amazing things that can be accomplished. So it's a real testament to them. And without further ado, all right, President Williams, somebody will hand you. Now, we did think long and hard about who should dump the water, and in a spirit of intermunicipal or intergovernmental cooperation between the legislative and the executive branch.
Don't forget to take your glasses off, Mayor.
Even for the thing, yeah. You'll be fine. I'll take my glasses. Anyone like to hold my glasses?
Oh, we got you.
Please, anyone. I can't see. I'm totally blind now. There you go. And we might as well save the tennis shoes for.
Hey!
See, look at that. Now, you'll have to hand the buckets up one at a time. Okay?
Who's first?
You choose. I have a feeling Well, choose wisely. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Woo!
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Go! Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
All righty. 1,
Yes.
2, 3.
All right, that was icy. Well, might as well get it over with. Yes, go. Big hug, big hug. Oh, no. All right, well. Come on! Wow, that's close.
This is not 60, this is not 70 anything.
All right.
Not 70 anything.
To be
No,
true,
it's not.
I would like to say that I
50
now take this moment to officially call out 6 media personalities to take the challenge. Mrs. Rebecca Solomon of Fox 43, standing right there, sorry. Mr. Paul Barker of the Berg Magazine, standing right there. Also in print, Mr. John Mysick of Penn Live. Dennis Owens of ABC 27. Chris Pabst of CBS 21. And I don't know where she is, but Miss Portia Johnson of WGAL. We'll find her and track her down. And Carl, do you wish to call anyone out?
I will send mine an email.
All right. The media, you are officially challenged. And with that, we will make it graceful. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, it's cold. Oh. Well, there you go.
This is not 60.